We all saw what the Steelers did to the Browns last week and what the Bengals did to the Ravens, so why would Cincinnati worry about losing its first Battle of Ohio since 2004? Cleveland wasn't even sure if it was going with Derek Anderson after naming him to the first team. Little did the Browns know Anderson would start and finish.
Get your head ripped off, you get the dog pound.
Don't let him score now. Let's go, defense on 3. 1, 2, 3, defense.
Go, brother!
In the middle of the dog pound this afternoon, Local 12 photographer Eric Gerhardt capturing the game. All eyes on Rudy Johnson, who takes the 13-yard reception from Carson Palmer on the first series and turns it into a score. 8 plays into this one, Bengals lead 7-0. Next Cincinnati series, not so good. 3rd and 16. Carson expects Chad Johnson to come in. He doesn't. Sean Jones does. Palmer picked for the first time this season, and none too pleased with Chad. That interception leads to a field goal, and Caleb Miller dropping what absolutely should have been an Anderson pick leads to another field goal. Bengals lead 7-6 after the first. No huddle to start the second. Rudy rushes 20 yards to the Cincinnati 49. Former Bearcat Antoine Peak there to greet him. Rudy coughs up the ball. Lee Bodden recovers. Second Bengals turnover, and the Browns convert. Anderson strikes Joe Juravicius. He beats Leon Hall for the 17-yard score. Browns have their first lead of the season, 13-7. And so begins the shootout. Next possession, Carson connects with TJ Hushmanzada on the 23-yard pass. TJ tip-taps in bounds. Play challenged, but stands. 14-13, Bengals back on top for like a second. Josh Cribbs takes an 85-yard tour through the Bengals special teams on the kickoff return. Untouched. Unbelievable. That play helps set up this one. All alone on 3rd down, Anderson gets his second passing score to Juravicius. The pump fake gets Caleb Miller, and the Browns get a 20-14 lead. Bengals have an answer, getting good field position, but for a small price. Glenn Holt in for the injured Tab Perry gets creamed. He holds on to the ball for 24 yards, add another 15 for the personal foul. He'd stay in the game, and Carson is close enough now to get CJ in the zone. That's a 22-yard score. Bengals up 21-20. Chad does not leap into the dog pound as promised. Rather, he has Reggie Kelly hold him back. Clearly unscripted. Second quarter showdown ends with 5 touchdowns and 5 lead changes as Kellen Winslow beats Jonathan Joseph 27-21 Browns. Third quarter begins with a bang. Dexter Jackson grabs Anderson's pass intended for Braylon Edwards. Bengals' first takeaway of the game, but settle for a field goal after Carson's sneak attempt on 3rd and 1 fails, now 27-24. Browns pull away again, and Anderson gets away with the pump fake over Leon Hall. The rookie continues to be initiated with the Edwards 34-yard score. Browns by 10. Holt delivers with a 66-yard kick return, allowing Chad Johnson to finally deliver his promise. His second TD, a 14-yarder. You know where he's going, to the dog pound, greeted with beverages, and fans showing 85, he's number 1. 34-31 Cleveland. Browns first play from scrimmage, the only one they'd need in the series. Jamal Lewis gets past Lamar Marshall and has a free rein to run 66 yards to pay dirt. 215 yards on 28 carries. Brown team by 10 again. 53 seconds left in the third. Carson counters. His second TD strike to TJ is his 5th touchdown pass. Palmer only has thrown 4 incomplete passes at that point. 41-38, fourth quarter. Anderson joins the 5-timers club, hitting a wide-open Edwards, 37 yards. For the third time in NFL history, 2 quarterbacks in the same game have 5 TD tosses. Browns add a field goal, extending their lead 51-38. Bengals aren't packing their bags with 3:45 left. Carson connects with Glenn Holt, his first career score. He has to be helped off the field. Carson's 6 touchdown tosses, 1 shy of the NFL record. Bengals behind 6 points and have one last opportunity to get on the board. 21 ticks on the clock. Carson doesn't get it. Picked off again. Finds Bodden instead. Second interception of the game ends it. Browns beat the Bengals for the first time since October 7th, 2004, and for the 3rd time in the Marvin Lewis era. 51-45 the final. Carson hooks up with 9 receivers. Chad 11 catches for 209 yards, enough to move past Isaac Curtis for most receiving yards in Bengals history. Rudy racked up 118 yards on 23 carries. Carson's 401 yards, better than Anderson's 328. The teams combined for 1,085 offensive yards and just 5 punts. The 96 total points, the 7th highest in an NFL game. No tunes blaring in the locker room after this one, yet the same old song and dance. Offense good, defense bad. The Bengals face the music after the 6-point loss.
We weren't on the same page, and anytime you do that in this league, you're going to see what just happened today. I mean, guys are too good, too fast, too strong for you to not be where you need to be and them not to exploit it.
Guys know where they're supposed to be and they weren't there, so that's the bad part about it. You let a guy like Jamal break out on 2 runs, and have a career day against us. And all you got to do is get in our spots. So that's what happens, man. When you have lapses defensively, that's what happens.
Our defense did a good job getting us that turnover there, and I think that was in the third quarter, right coming out, and we should have just gone right after it and got 7 points up on the board right away, and we didn't. So when you play a team like this and you got them coming off of a big loss at home and an opener, and we're coming off a big win, you got to put them away early, and we didn't do that.
I don't think we underestimate them because you can't go into this game thinking it's going to be easy because it just erases everything we did in week 1, which happened.
We hung in there, though, and we made it a 60-minute game. And there were opportunities to get ourselves out of the game, and we found a way to keep fighting back in there. And for that part, we did a good job. But, again, there's glimpses of what we can do as a football team. But, again, today wasn't good enough.
It's time for you at home to make the call. Which best describes your emotional state after the loss to the Browns? Are you disgusted, mortified, angered, delighted, or unaffected? Call us free of charge at 345-1212 to vote. We'll have your results later in the show. You made the call. Now here are your results. Which best describes your emotional state after the loss to the Browns? That sums it up. 63% go with disgusted, the overwhelming favorite, but I'm sure you ran the gamut during the game thanks to the more than 1,000 who phoned in this evening. The Brewers for the finale of the 3-game set, scoreless by
game, 7-6 your final. Marvin Lewis has a 24-hour rule for his team. Win or lose, you get 24 hours to talk about the previous game, and then it's over and you look forward to your next opponent. For most fans, it's taking more than 24 hours to forget what they saw in Cleveland on Sunday. The defensive debacle left painful visuals. The stats speak for themselves. 554 total yards allowed. Winless starter Derek Anderson throws 5 touchdown passes over 300 yards. 2 Cleveland receivers with 100 yards or more. Jamal Lewis averages over 7 yards per carry, amassing 218 yards. So we ask you, Justin Smith, what happened from Baltimore to Cleveland?
That's something we got to get straightened out. The week before we had it straightened out. You see what happened. This week we didn't have it straightened out for whatever reason. You saw what happened. That's how easy this game is at this level. Either you're in the right spot, right gap, or you're not. And when you're not, you get abused. And we got abused today. We weren't where we need to be. And, we do that, it's going to happen like that.